Welcome back, guys. It's currently Saturday, 24th of July. After doing the first two trading setups that we saw in the previous video, we are going now to see the news report trade setup that we created on the 4th of June with the non-farm payroll. So, what did we got? What did we get? Less unemployment, less than expected job creation, no NFP. So we're going through. Okay, we're jumping to the following day. Here. And we're going to jump to the NFP, which is 12:30. Very good. Very good. Okay, perfect. As you can see, it's 12:30 exactly. Let's go and jump here. Let's zoom out for a little bit. So where are we on the hourly time frame? So as you already know, but that's not the point of these videos, of this backtesting. We saw ADP showing great figures and the unemployment claims showing optimism for the dollar, for USD. We catch a little bit, of course. Then we didn't look at the future scalps, but we managed to scalp it. So let's, exactly as you can see, we could have also entered here on a safe break and retest of the key level. It's something that I will actually screenshot. So this is break and retest of the key level. As you can see, it's clear. Of course, you don't just break and retest and then you sell without any further fundamental reasons. You do it when you know that the trend is going to continue. So for the trend to continue, we need, of course, catalyst, fundamental reasons. So this is perfect, picture perfect. As you can see, we have action. We took these cells, as you can see. In the previous video, we showed them. And break of this 1883 key level, a pullback. You see how big this is, 19 pips candle gets instantly rejected by the key level or at the key level, and we see immediate reaction and rejection. So since we're not just looking at trades for the sake, we want to find entries. So we see a break. Okay, we see bullish. Okay, we are expecting a retest, very strong. You cannot enter on the next candle just because it closed below the key level. So because if we, let's put the news here. How can you tell me that this is not a rejection, that we go up and retest? Because maybe, you don't know, maybe the unemployment change was not enough for the investors to take the price down to 1870s. So we don't know. So what do we have to do is wait for the confirmation. We see a rejection. At one time was bearish, almost engulfing the previous bullish, closed below, a nonsense candle, and we see now that is still creating lower highs and lower lows. Here, this is a perfect example of a high risk, high reward break and retest entry. Why? Because you can enter 13 pips, you can put 15 or 15 pips above the key level, or even 20 if you want to be safe, and then you get 100 pips in half an hour. Yes, 28 minutes. So you already have 45 pips. So if we enter with 15 pips stop loss, in 3 candles you're already in profit and closing 3 to 1. If you want to hold, you see weak bullish, a big bullish, instantly corrected. You can see here the pullback is almost over. You see now bearish, sellers in control, small bullish, sellers in control, small bullish, pullback, failing to break, to make new highs. You see, but bearish, sellers are always in control. Now there's a little bit of a fight, but now these candles are huge. So you can also be safe entries here with this momentum. This is probably also New York Stock Exchange open. You can also say 25, 23 pips of stop loss, and you get already like 60. So you in 95 pips in 6 minutes. For me, it's not too shabby, but it's really good. So let me just, like previously, we just want to snip it and I want to have it safe. This is the same date. Perfect. Okay, so as I was telling you, we are now going to see the NFP. This is what we want. Actually, I remember this trade. I remember Jeev, talking about it. This is the instantly rejection setup. It's very, 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 very high risk. High risk, high reward. Rejection of key level is something that is not easy to spot. It's not easy at all, but it's something that can be expected. This was during Asian, I remember. This was absolutely fantastic because you see instant rejection. You can also, if you are trading Asian, there's a sort of order block created. You see big impulsive thinker doing China session, fully China session, break below. You can enter here, 10, 15 pips, drops 115 pips, 25 pips in 1, 2, like 4 minutes, and then instantly rejection for the same amount. So what do we want to see in 1 hour? So let's say you enter here, you place it here, it's 20 pips, 60 pips is here in 45 minutes. This I will put it as a snip. This is probably not a trade that I will have taken, and mainly for now because it's Asian session. So I don't trade Asian, so I don't know. Look at this small. After this, so you see 4, 6 candles. There's small candles. So let's move on and let's go in the actual NFP. So as I told you, the NFP data showed much less NFP change than forecasted. Even if it was better than previous, but they were expecting much higher. We had a slow, smaller, inferior. We have a decrease in the unemployment change, which is good for the dollar. But as we said, as we always saw in the live trades, is not we don't decide what matters for the investors. We are just there. So if investors choose to value the NFP, it's one thing. If they choose to value the unemployment change, it's their choice. We are just following their actions. So we'll see. Now we are exactly at 12:30. We see worse than expected NFP, a slight change in the unemployment change. So we are expecting, of course, now we already know where the price will go. I don't care. What we want to see is either a liquidity grab or either a break above here or a break below here. It's not that we are just randomly taking trades. Like in our block, we put limits and limits. No, this is our last safe point where, okay, if we break above here, we can enter. It's a key point for reference. Let's put it this way. Okay, so we saw immediately going up. As we know perfectly, this can also be that it's a liquidity grab for then price to continue down. If investors decide that this 5.8 for 0.3 better than the previous is what matters for the economy, it will go down. So bullish for the dollar. So we don't know yet what matters for the investors. So we just have to wait. Don't have to enter the first candle. Let's see. Now it's pushing. Okay, we see the second one. It's already, this does a pullback. We are almost at the key level. We start to see some rejection. You see, this might perfectly be one second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I remember the 1876 being key level, not the 1870. So I updated it. So as you can see, this might perfectly be liquidity grab, and then price boom goes down. That's why we use these reference levels to understand. Now we want to see the reaction here. Okay, we see price is not closing. Let's see. Let's move on the next 1 minute candle. Tuck. Okay, so the 1 minute is closing here. So we see how impulsive move, reaction a little bit lower than the key level, but exactly at the line, which is the previous highs. It's not a magic. If we wanted to enter here, it's like 15 pips of stop loss, and at least 45. But since it's news, of course we will take profit here, but we might leave a runner running. So let's put it like 660 pips. And we will see, because maybe this stop loss is too small for such an impulsive action. Actually, what I want to do is I will put it a little bit, since the take profit is higher, since we are talking about impulsive news. So maybe we use a smaller lot. I will put it this way. Okay, now you can see it. 23 pips of stop loss, which is below the previous highs, and 70 pips of take profit. These will mean 1 to 3. As I said, since we are in impulsive, doing impulsive moment, very high momentum, what I want to see is I will take partials, but I will let the rest run risk-free. Okay. You see also this action, which was kind of slow, so we're not running that fast. What do you see? Price, okay, maybe I go bearish. Nope. Rejected, and then is continue up. Okay, as I told you, we stick to the plan, so we close partials, 75%. We put it break even, and we let the rest run risk free. Okay, since we already know where it's going, I'm putting it faster. Nice reaction. As a scalper, let's see now if we above this key level we can have break and retest. I mean, also this one is news, but this is a break and retest of an order block, of a key level. It can be many things. Okay, we break above, we see some extortion, we see some bearish, instantly gets bullish momentum. Let's see if we have a retest of the full retest of the key level, or already goes to take profit. Okay, we see some taking profits. Reaction here. Do we have here enough range to possibly re-enter? Of course, we can trail the stop loss here. We know that the price is going up. I don't remember till what level it will go up, so that's kind of nice. I just want to go back here, here. Okay, I see. What do we see here? Let me zoom a little bit for you guys to see. What candles are we looking at? Perfect. Impulsive bullish, smaller bullish, so we see that it's not aggressive anymore. So bearish, engulfing bearish, smaller bearish, smaller bearish. This candle was bearish, got rejected at the previous highs, as you can see. Close bullish, weak bullish, but bullish. We have now another bullish. If we want to enter here, we can put the stop loss at 14 pips. 14, as we saw before, is 42 pips of take profit. We might have it. Let me see. What is this? This level here is the previous highs. So it's not necessarily that we have enough range, but even if it is 1 to 2, is good. So we enter buys here with 14 pips, 42 pips here. So we know that gold does a little bit of overshoot. Very good. We want to trade the stop loss of this one. Actually, as a scalper, so I entered here, entered here, 36 minutes. So we are still in our range. So let's see how it moves. Okay, it still moves up. So why did I do this check is I want to maximum 60 candles. So maximum is here, maximum 1 hour for trade. Okay, we see price moving up, slowly hitting another block, so it's not the best action. We might also see a retest of the level. That's exactly what happened. We got taken out of our 15 pips. Doesn't matter because we were using profits. We trade here because I don't want to lose my profits. If you want to close, you can close. I don't care. Remember, also always remember, okay, we still have 10 minutes. If I don't see anything that pushes up to that is promising to the TP, as you can see, it's very good. Here, okay. Okay. Honestly, now I close it. Perfect. Closed. So let's see the history on chart here. As you can see, our entry was not good enough. But later went to take profit, but from my entry, 14 pips was not enough. We got stopped out, no problem, for like possibly 1 pip, even something like that. Yes, we don't care, but we took our partials. After 1 to 3, we risk reward, and we closed the rest with a huge profit. So this is the let me put a label. No, let me. Okay. We can say that this trade was a mix. This is what is actually very interesting of our job and my trading plan is that this is news, but this is also a break and retest of the block. So this, if I had the 5 minutes, I could say, okay, yeah, we have another block created between these highs, these lows. I see a break, a retest of the block, and I buy. So it's no different than, sometimes my trades will mix, not, and we also give more confirmation to each other. So it's really, really good. So that's why I enjoy the trade setups that I put in my trading plan. Let's grab it. Very good. Very, very good. So as we are analyzing, as you see, is clearly you can analyze each 1 minute, every 1 minute candle to understand what is going on. It's crazy here. Big bearish, instantly corrected. And why? Because price moves to point. This is not magic. This was the previous highs, where price found resistance. Now it's finding support. If we saw closure here, we didn't. we could not enter buys. So that's why we always have to adapt, always have fluid, as someone might say. So this is it for the second video. We saw a couple of setups from the same day. We saw the NFP trade. We saw the rejection of the key level. It's something that is not, I will not take it, but this break of order block, break of whatever, break and retest of the key level is something that I will take for sure. So see you guys next time.